As our next speaker, I'm pleased to announce Hungary's Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade, Mr. Péter Szijjártó. Given the fact that the COVID-19 situation already highlighted the importance of good ties and helping hands between the East and the West, I believe there is no better person to talk about Hungary's openness to further strengthening international business connections. Please welcome Minister Szijjártó.
First of all, I would like to express my appreciation to the organizers of the World FinTech Festival. First of all, to host this event regardless of the very complicated circumstances this year, but on the other hand to include Hungary among the guest countries. That gives us a huge chance to present ourselves and convince the FinTech community to think about Hungary more seriously than before. We understand that the pandemic is not only a challenge regarding healthcare, but challenge regarding economy as well. We witness a sharp race being launched in the world for the global redistribution of the production capacities. Hungary has entered this race, and we understand very well that only those countries can be successful in this race who are able to use the technologies of the modern age, namely the financial technology, in a proper manner. We understand the need for digital transformation. That's why we have established our national digitalization strategy, which aims that Hungary should be among the top 10 countries regarding the European Union when it comes to digitalization by the end of this decade. Our FinTech strategy has been also established, and the main aim of this strategy is that no Hungarian citizen, should be prevented from taking advantage of digital competences because of the lack of knowledge in this regard. Our aim is that when it comes to online banking, we should reach the EU's average by 2022, and when it comes to the number of digital transactions, then it should reach 50% of all transactions. We know that a proper regulatory framework is necessary in this regard. That's why we would like to avoid that costs putting a burden on financial transactions would prevent the opportunity of innovations to be spread around. And in the meantime, we would like to decrease the use of paper when it comes to bureaucracy, and would like to help the paperless solutions to be more widespread. We understood that the financial crisis back in 2008 prevented the financial institutions from spending enough financial resources on research, development and innovation. But now we see this situation has been changed, and we are happy as a government to cooperate with the financial institutions here in Hungary to develop new FinTech solutions. The most technological innovations apply to the financial transactions. That's why we have approved a strategy which helped to introduce the system of immediate payments and a strong system of verification of the customers. Recently we have introduced a regulation which says that in case of using a credit card while purchasing something, the strong methodology of verification of the customer must be applied. On the other hand, when it comes to immediate payment, those transactions which do not exceed 10 million HUF and are being launched on an electronic basis will be implemented in 5 seconds, 0:24 the whole day and every day of the year. We understand that one of the consequences of the pandemic is that the society, members of the society, are much more present on the digital platforms, and this, of course, brings some challenges ahead in the form of cybercrime, which must be addressed in a proper way. When it comes to the increase of using digital platforms, I can share the following information with you. Following the pandemic, during the last quarter, it has happened for the first time in Hungary that people have spent more money by using their credit card than the amount of money being taken out from the bankomats. And we understand that most Hungarian people are happy and ready to use the more secure ways of payment than cash. And according to the study of Deloitte Digital, which has been executed during summer, this phenomenon has accelerated the digitalization in Hungary. Back in 2018, 55% of Hungarian customers has managed their issues with the banks exclusively on the spot in the local branches of the banks. Now this has decreased to 19% from 55%. The number of omnichannel customers has increased to 46%, and the number of the digital, or the share of the digital customers, has increased from 25% to 36%. And the feeling of comfort in the digital platforms has improved by the 24% of the customers, and has improved significantly by the 26% of the customers. Usually such kind of changes take 1.5 decades normally, but now the pandemic has such a consequence in this regard. From next year onwards, we oblige the shops in Hungary to make it possible for the customers everywhere to be able to pay electronically. That means 50,000-60,000 new places in this regard. Ladies and gentlemen, this was a short summary in nutshells how Hungary has enhanced the FinTech related approach here in Central Europe, and I would like to express once again our appreciation to the organizers, to the hosts, to invite us. And I would like to encourage all entrepreneurs and corporates on the field of FinTech to put Hungary into consideration as a location for investments or development activities. The Hungarian government is ready, eager and open to negotiate with you about the possible ways of our future cooperation. Thank you so much for your kind attention.
Minister Szijjártó, thank you for that detailed insight into the current situation in Hungary.